What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and we're coming to you from the surface of the sun again. It is June in Iowa, and it is 97 degrees right now. Pretty warm, but we're going to be doing a review on one of my favorite bolt-action rifles of all time. I've had this guy for over a year now. If you haven't seen the first shots, that's because it was a Patreon exclusive. However, you guys are going to get to see the full review of the Bergara B14. Before I do that, I want to thank my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. It's because of you guys that we can afford stuff like this and the incredibly expensive ammunition to feed it. If you want to help out and join the Patreon squad, all you got to do is go to the link in the description and sign up. Also in the description is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. So use shelters, the YSS, and those kids could really use your help, so please go down there and donate a few bucks to them. Now, this is my Bergara B14. It is a little bit different than a lot of them just simply because it's in a caliber called 6mm Creedmoor. If you guys are unfamiliar with that, it's a little baby brother to the 6.5, and it has a little bit less recoil with a very similar ballistic coefficient. Great up to 1,000 yards, maybe not quite the hitting power of 6.5 Creedmoor, but it is a lot more fun to shoot, and it is one of the dominant calibers in long-range precision competition right now for that very reason. Out to 1,000 yards, it's awesome. It shoots extremely flat, and it doesn't have very much recoil at all, and especially in a 9-pound gun like this, again, very little recoil, very enjoyable to shoot. However, it is a little bit pricey and a little bit harder to find than 6.5 Creedmoor. The other issue is you're going to have a harder time finding a lot of different types of ammunition. If you're trying to find a specific load to match your rifle, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Let's start with the barrel here. Right off the front, we have a, I think this is a titanium brake that I got on eBay. It is a 3-chamber muzzle brake that'll help even more with the recoil. It makes it almost non-existent. On a barrel this long, muzzle brake really doesn't bother you that much, and the recoil is so low that you can see your trace in the scope, and you can have a lot of fun just blinking at long range with very little damage on your shoulder. Now, the 26-inch barrel allows for a lot of velocity on the 6mm Creedmoor, and 6mm Creedmoor, at least to my knowledge, is velocity dependent, so it's good to have a longer barrel on that stuff. Even 6.5 Creedmoor, you're not going to want to run a 14-inch barrel or anything like that. You're going to want to have a longer barrel to aid in that velocity, aid in that long range, not only accuracy but hitting power. The barrel itself is a 4140 steel barrel that is blued, and it does have a 5/8 by 24 twist. So if you're looking for a muzzle brake to put on there, since it doesn't come with it, it does come with a thread protector. But if you're looking for a muzzle brake, which I do suggest because it just makes it that much more fun, that is the thread pitch you're looking for. It also comes with a series of QD mounts as well. So if you don't want to do the old school style sling mounts, which we just talked about, it does have QD mounts all over the gun, so it's easy to use a QD sling, which is really nice. I mean, once you get into the QD slings, it's hard to go another way, simply because when you don't want it, you can take it off, and when you do want it, it's super easy to plug in. Down here we've got the stock with an inlaid chassis system in it, which is kind of cool. It's laid inside it, so what you get is you get a little bit of the rigidity and a little bit of the benefits of the chassis system without the expensive cost. That's kind of the point of the Bergara in general, this particular Bergara anyway, because Bergara makes some very accurate, high performance, long range bolt action rifles, and this is more of their budget line, sort of. It's coming in at around $1,000 bucks. That's what I paid for mine, and it does come with a lot of features that a more expensive bolt-action rifle would not, and it does come with the guaranteed 1 MOA accuracy of Bergara. Now, I can attest that this accuracy on this gun is better than 1 MOA. On average, we're about 3/4 or so in good conditions, and I'm not the world's best long-range shooter. So you can expect well under 1 MOA, and that's extremely impressive for a gun that's coming out of the gate at about $1,000. All right, so this is Bob. Bob's dead. This was my initial sight-in stuff, sight-in thing here as I was walking it down. Then this was my first 100-yard shot. Realized I was way far off. Adjusted, and this was my first 3-round group right here. And as you can see, that's my pinky finger. That's under 1 inch, so that's pretty good. Even though that was 1 flyer. I did 2 flyers each time, and I could tell they were my trigger presses too. So this is more so what the rifle's capable of, and this is my last group right here. And I'm just gonna adjust over 2 clicks, 2 1/4-inch clicks, and I should be right on the money. This is about my 0 here, so I'm okay with that at 100 yards right now. And we'll do maybe a little bit further sight in later, but the sun's going down, so I wanted to get done with this video. So now that we're right in there with the bullseye, and I'm 2 clicks over, it shoots about under 1 inch with the first ammo I tried, so I'm pretty happy with that. You ready?
Okay. Oh!
See if I can hit that one when he swings out. Got him.
Damn.
So I'm in love with this thing. I'm pretty impressed. Now, as you can see, we got a sling swivel and a bipod mounting little swivel as well in there. There's actually two, so you can have a sling and a bipod on it at the same time. That's pretty cool. I got the Harris notched bipod on it. Great little bipod for around $80. Comes with one detachable 5-round magazine. That's nice because it's easier to load, and if you have any issues, it's easy to get out of there. Plus, this system comes out relatively easily. The bolt itself is a 2-lug design with a Seiko style extractor. I sometimes actually end up getting the bolt latch caught on my scope there. On more expensive bolt guns, you're going to find that sometimes the throw is a little bit less. On the most recent gun that I put out, the MDT, that gun actually has a reduced throw on the bolt, so you don't have any problems getting it stuck on anything as far as optics or the fin to adjust the zoom on the scope there. Very smooth action and extremely reliable. That's one of the things you'll come to expect with Bergara. You would think all bolt guns would be reliable, but you would be totally wrong. Savage Axis, although I love that gun, you'll have every once in a while for sure a failure to feed or a failure to load in some capacity with that gun. With the Bergara, you will not have that. Even hand loading in a single round is really easy, which I have a tendency to do at the range a lot, so I like that feature a lot. It's easy to get the bolt in and out, and it does come with Remington 700 mounts on it. So if you want to put a Picatinny mount on top with any sort of elevation in it or anything like that, it's really easy to do because everybody makes stuff for 700. Now on top here we've got the Trijicon Accu Power 4-16, which is a scope I never reviewed, but I again have used a ton. It's been on a lot of my long range rifles. I absolutely love this scope, and I do have a Vortex level there to look cool. I barely ever use it, but it's nice to have if you're shooting at a place other than a shooting range. Now, one of the things that really attracted me to the gun is going to be the stock. Chassis stock, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a chassis embedded stock is the actual terminology for it. It not only does it look cool, but it free floats the barrel, which is super awesome. And on top of that, it allows you a lot of adjustments with a very comfortable pistol grip, a vertical style pistol grip with an attached buttstock to it that not only has cheek adjustments, but it has length of pull adjustments as well. Now, one of the downsides to this system is going to be that you can't adjust it on the fly. So if you shoot on a bench and then you shoot prone, and you want to change your length of pull adjustment to better fit the scope, you're screwed. You can't do it. Well, I mean, you could do it, it'll just take a minute, but it's not like spinning a single dial, which is one of the things you're going to lose when you go to a lower dollar rifle. However, the fact that you can set it and adjust it is still pretty cool in all fairness, and it rarely ever bothers me at all. The cheek adjustment is key in my opinion. Out of all the adjustments to have, I prefer the cheek adjustment the most because it really allows you to get on the gun and get comfortable behind the scope. Less movement the better when you're trying to pull that precision shot at 1,000 yards. So I love the fact that not only does it have this adjustment, but the cheek piece is extremely comfortable as well. Unlike some of the skeletonized stocks that you're going to see on even more expensive rifles, this is extremely comfortable. The whole stock system in general is extremely comfortable, and when I got behind it at the store, I knew right away I wanted it. Bergara is a company that I trust. Not only is it reliable and it's accurate, but this particular gun I think is one of the best, if not the best buy for long-range precision rifles, at least getting into the sport. This compared to $2,000 or even $3,000 rifles, you're going to see very minuscule returns. This gun and this caliber will do anything that you need it to do outside 1,200 or so yards, and it'll do it for only about 10 pounds of weight. So these guns are not just designed for precision rifles like in competition, but they're also designed as hunting rifles. That's kind of the idea behind the Bergara. They want to make a long-range hunting rifle, and that type of gun really attracts me. That's why I've had the Savage Long Range Hunter, and I've had a few other guns on here that are similar to that philosophy of use, simply because a precision rifle is phenomenal. It's amazing, it's awesome to take out the range and have a good time, but it's not very practical if it weighs 46 pounds. And if you shoot a lot of competition precision rifles, you'll see those guys get a wheelbarrow out of their truck first. They'll put the rifle on the wheelbarrow, wheel it up there. I'm just joking, but seriously, the common thing now for precision rifles is put a lot of weight up front, which really helps lower the recoil impulse so you can see that trace. However, for a real life situation, for a hunting or shit hit the fan type situation, it's not practical. So this is one of those guns that'll get you to 1,000 yards super easy, and you won't break your back carrying it around. And that along with the price really leads me to believe that there isn't a lot of options out there that are comparable to the quality, the reliability, the accuracy for the lightweight and the cost. So that's just my personal opinion, but the reason why this has such a glowing review and the reason why I've had it so long is because I just love the damn thing. I love how it looks and I love how it shoots, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.